Hi, Tiffany here, GF Mom Certified. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, Twitter, our blog, gfmomcertified.com. So why I'm shooting this video is I want to tell you a little bit about a brand new book I read, and it's really inspiring. So 2 weeks ago, I was on a functional medicine webinar every day for about 4 hours, listening to doctors, listening to functional health practitioners, and just kind of gathering more information. And there was, Elise Vitti was on, and she was talking about PCOS and endometriosis and how much gluten and dairy affect the actual female body and how we have really no idea how much damage they do. So she's got this new book out called Women Code. I got it off Amazon. It was like $11. Super cheap for a physical book. And I've read the whole thing front cover to back cover. And it truly is what she said. You know, gluten is a poison, not just if you have celiac disease, but it's inflammatory. And casein is inflammatory. And what that does to a female body is it interacts with your hormones. So you potentially end up with PCOS, or you end up, in my case, with endometriosis and other conditions. Or you end up, with basically unexplained infertility, and you have no idea what it is, and the doctors can't tell you what it is, which we went through that as well. And years later, you find out it's celiac and it's gluten, and you got to get off all this stuff. But in the meantime, for people that don't necessarily have a celiac diagnosis, but still know that there's something not right, your moods are awful, you're just cranky all the time, maybe you bleed all the time, or you never get a period, or it's just, horrible symptoms, I'm going to suggest you pick up this book. If you struggle from PCOS, if you struggle from joint pain, if you're a woman and you have fibromyalgia or you have rheumatoid arthritis, get a copy of this Women Code. Looks kind of backwards the way my camera is. By Elise Vitti, and it's Vitti. And I'm actually on day 3 of her liver detox, and I'm making my husband do it as well. And it's basically almost vegan, except there is fish. And it's quinoa and brown rice, so it's not grain-free. But there's a particular, set of foods that you eat every day. And it's not that I'm doing it to lose weight. It's doing it because I know my adrenal glands are still slow, even after everything. And with taking iodine and, and the probiotics, my adrenal glands still react to the day-in, day-out rat race that we all have. I've got Chicago traffic, we've got everything going on in life. Everybody does. And so your adrenal glands produce the adrenaline thinking that you're running from a tiger when in reality you're just running late to work or running late to get your kids to school or whatever. And then your body never really burns off all of the cortisol and the adrenaline that's pushed through. And that ends up becoming fat in your gut. So I don't know how many people, but anytime now, it's so funny. After reading her book, the fat tiger syndrome, or that inner tube that everybody gets, it kind of hangs above your jeans. One of the ways to burn that off is sex, which is kind of cool. You can flush out cortisol that way, which is fun, right? But the other thing is just kind of cleaning up your diet so that fat-soluble stuff can be enzymed correctly and become water-soluble through liver enzymes so that your body can flush it out. Because if it doesn't get converted by liver enzymes, the fat-soluble proteins, then they have to be stored in your fat. And once they get stored in your fat, you're just adding toxins to your body, and you're just making yourself worse, and you're causing more inflammation. So I could go on and on, but honestly, pick up a copy of Women Code. It's super cool. It's easy to read, and you're going to love everything that you read in here. And the thing is, she just proved my point even more about how much gluten and dairy affect fertility. And it took me years and years and years to realize that. And then once I did, if you know our story, we had 3 kids in 3 years. And it was, no turning back. And my health turned around. And I just feel amazing. But with this 4-day liver detox, I'm sleeping better. My skin is cleared up. Again, like I said, it wasn't for weight loss. It was just for adrenal glands and just to reset my own liver. But I just feel so much energetic. Now, the hubby is actually sleeping. He doesn't have insomnia right now. He's come home in a good mood all 3 days so far. So I think it was good for him to get a little adrenal and liver relief as well. So with that, that's my book report. That's my review. You guys have a great night, and gfmomcertified.com.